Uncork to support. The Texas Oncology Foundation is hosting a virtual wine tasting event to benefit families in San Antonio who have been impacted by cancer. Rebecca Clinton and Shelley Wilfong are joining us today to talk about the big event. So, Shelley, you're kind of guiding the people who are going to be there. Tell me about your role.
Yes, on June the 10th, we are having a virtual wine tasting and silent auction. And we will be tasting through 4 different Texas wines and learning a little bit about wine and also about the very important work that the Texas Oncology Foundation does in the San Antonio market.
So, because it's virtual, is it BYO Marvin, or how do you do that?
No, actually, people that sign up for this event will get a 4 wine bottle bundle. We're working with Texas Fine Wine, and they represent 4 of the premier wineries in Texas. And actually, they're all in driving distance to San Antonio. So after you taste these great wines, I'm sure you'll want to jump in the car for a road trip.
And you are an expert in this. I was reading this morning. You're going to kind of walk us through what pairs well with what and what we're tasting and how to do it. Like, do we learn how to swirl it around in the glass and smell it and that kind of thing?
We'll do a little bit of that and also just a little bit of discussion about Texas wine in general. Texas is actually the state with the 5th largest wine production in the nation. And there are around 500 wineries in Texas. So it's a huge industry and it's a fun industry. I actually talk a lot about it on my Texas Wine podcast called This is Texas Wine, and educate people about Texas wine every chance I get.
And final question before I talk to Rebecca about the money and the importance of all of this. Wine and barbecue? I was thinking like barbecue and beer.
You know, Texas wine and barbecue is actually a great combination. And in this 4 bundle package, we have 2 white wines and 2 red wines. And I think depending on the type of barbecue that you're eating, you will find something to please your palate. We're featuring a Vermentino and a Viognier for the white wines, and the red wines are Tempranillo and Tannat. We're working with 4 exceptional Texas wineries, Bending Branch, Dukeman, Pedernales,
Right.
and finally Spicewood. So within each of those wineries, they've got a large array of wines that's going to pair perfectly with your barbecue.
Great. So, Rebecca, tell us, right out of the gate, you all are having Uncork to support. Why is this important, and how did you all come up with this idea?
Well, as you know, Marvin, cancer, when you get that cancer diagnosis, life doesn't stop and it affects the entire family. And the funds that will be raised through Uncork to support are going to support the patients through financial endeavors and also program development. The Texas Oncology Foundation has wonderful programs that support not only the financial barrier to treatment with cancer, but also physical, emotional, and spiritual barriers. They have some amazing support programs that I am very honored to be a part of.
And to participate, if I want to Uncork to support, and I think people should, what can we do? Where do we need to go?
You need to go to the Texas Oncology Foundation webpage, and there's a link there, so texasoncologyfoundation.org. And you can either support, join the program, the Uncork to support, or if wine's not your thing and you don't want to join our wine tasting, you can also do a separate financial donation on that webpage.
So it's June 10th from 7 to 9. If you don't drink wine, you can still make a donation and help people. As we would say at church, you could turn your water into wine in that way, right?
Yes, yes.
All right. Well, thank you all so much, and good luck on your event. We appreciate you.